what I want to do is expand on this whole idea. So at the moment, what the trigger does, this is what I wanted, goes to the marker position, target marker. But what if you want to go to something else, perhaps a moving object? I can show you a sort of way of doing that. So what we'll have in this, there's lots of roads here, this is down by the Dover docks. There's a vehicle that's just cycling around doing a sort of patrol. So let's make it a hunter. So here's the hunter. We'll call it Hunter 1. And what this hunter's going to be doing is simply cycling around a sort of patrol area. And we'll do it just to make sure we can see it. So it's the hunter. Let's just point in that way. Let's do a waypoint. In fact, it's probably going to be better on map view, easier. So, hunter. Move. So go to there. And do another move. Go over there somewhere. Do another move. Let's do a sort of patrol type thing. Go down there, and then we'll cycle that whole route and hook up. So the cycle one will make the vehicle do just that. So it's going to go round and round and round and round. So it could be anywhere around this area. But I want my driver, my AI driver, Mr. Prowler driver, to when he's picked me up, to go where this vehicle is. And it's going to happen where the vehicle is at the moment this trigger's fired. So it could be during a move, i.e. it's on its way, so at that exact point is where the vehicle's going to go. So the way to do that is to change, still on the waypoint, is to change this doMove get marker pos. What you can do is still do the doMove, but you use the position command, let's drop that G, of Hunter 1, which was my vehicle. So you're telling the Prowler driver to go to the position that Hunter 1 is right at this moment, and that's the point. You know, it's right at that second, so that sort of X, Y, Z will be logged and then used. So let's just fire it off. I think I'll make the just make that waypoint a bit faster, so he'll move a bit quicker, that's all. So I'll just save this as part 2 and run. So all I've done here is just from part 1 is I've just changed it to effectively meet up to where another vehicle is present. So that your destination point for the driver could be anywhere. So it comes. So here he is. So if you look over there, you see my Prowler. Sorry, yeah, see the Prowler, is it the Hunter? Just cycling around. See, so it's doing its patrol. So it could be anywhere on the map, of course. It could be miles and miles away. But it's not until I actually get in will the end destination for this driver actually be defined. I'll show you what I mean. So he's just coming up here. So he's just panning around about. There's the location right there. So if I get in now, let's go in that position. You see he's moved. He's already carried on his cycle. But when I got in and fired the trigger, it was around just a bit further up here. And it stops. Because it was here, it was at this point that the trigger was fired, and thus the AI soldier driver picked up the location of the moving hunter. So we've sort of joined up with him. But I'm going to show you in another video a more complex way of doing this. We've sort of joined up. Let's just do that. So you can see how, rather than some kind of fixed marker position, it was actually something that was moving that I joined up with. Okay, so let's make this a bit more exciting. So, in the previous video, this trigger actually was kind of disabled because I set a very low C, very low elevation, height, so the driver wasn't killed. I'm going to set that to 10 now, so this set damage will be active. So he'll still try and get to the hunter position wherever it may be at that time, but as soon as he goes in this box, he's a dead man. I'll move it a bit further away. So that's what I had before. So what am I going to do different now? Well, what I'd like to do is show you a bit of artillery. So over here, this is a sort of marina type area in Dover. I'm going to put a social so that when that trigger box over there is activated, artillery is going to open up. So there's artillery, got a social, and do it, and it's armed. But I mean, there's a couple of ways of doing this, as there always are in ArmA. Lots of different ways of trigger, waypoint activation, all this sort of thing. And there's other SQF as pure scripting. But I'm going to, as I like to do, just do the simplest option. You see, because I want this guy to fire on these buildings when my AI driver is effectively shot as he goes through this trigger over here. Sort of add to the suspense. So what I do initially to prevent him from firing in this way, I mean this is one way of doing this. I'm going to put a show hide modifier, which is a system module. So I do show, and it's show hide. So I'll put that there, and I will connect this to my social, and I'll make sure that's set to hide. Okay, so initially when this game kicks off, that social will not be present. So what am I going to attack? Where am I going to shell the artillery? And how do you do it? Well, it's actually a waypoint. It's a fire mission. So now that I'm on a fire mission, you see, with this social, this artillery. So I'm going to sort of hit these houses just where the vehicle originally started from. Otherwise, I'll get obliterated very quickly. So I'll kind of hit those houses just there. But at the moment, this is hidden. This social's hidden when the game starts. I.e., it is not present in the game engine. So what I'll do is do another show hide modifier. Go to modules. It doesn't matter where I put it on the map really. I do like to put them relatively close together. And then this one, rather than hide, is show. Actually, did I do that the wrong way around? Yeah, that's hide. Yeah, so originally hidden, and now this is set to show. So let's show the social, but this is synced to my box trigger here. You see? So Blue Ford driver drives inside this box. This module's triggered effectively because it's connected to this trigger. So this, and it does a show, and immediately it does a show, this social is going to start firing, doing a fire mission on this location. And of course at the same time, when this trigger is activated, my driver's killed. So let's see it all work. I've done everything right. So let's go in. So we know roughly where the social was positioned? No, it's sort of over there somewhere. So it's not there at the moment. It's sort of more or less in the distance. AI driving is very dangerous. And in fact, a couple of tests I was doing when I was running this script, this driver actually just went on a head-on collision into Mr. Hunter over there. There's a lot in the forums about AI driving. I hope that's one thing they get to improve. So he's going to die, and there he goes. Car goes out of control. Nice. Whoop. Gonna get out. Okay, so it's crashed into there because it got killed. But look what's happened over there. See, the social has been activated and it's firing. So I've got artillery coming in now. You can hear it firing. It's throwing up large shells up into the air. You can see the smoke. And it's going to hit somewhere down there. It's down there where the my Prowler first started its journey, and the Prowler is now stuck over there, crushed. Because of course the driver. Oh, there we go. So there you have it. A trigger, which is bringing artillery. Like I said, there's more sophisticated ways you could do this. We could have all kinds of timers and waypoint activation stuff, but I've just it's obliterating this, obliterating our Dover map, which is right on the south coast of England. I think by default it fires about 100 shells, if I'm not mistaken. So we could have something to stop it firing. It's really piling them in. But a simple trigger box over here. Let's go to map. So social's appeared on the map because it's active. There's that hunter over there. He's still doing his cycling around, although he's a bit more hesitant now, obviously. All these shells coming in. Anyway, hope you find that useful.